Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a great weekend so far and a happy Friday. So this is my first week that I'm transitioning from costume design back into fashion design. I'm in my weekend of finishing the shows. It's Thursday today, or actually it's Wednesday today. And so I have 4 more shows left, and then I am fully going into pursuing my dreams in fashion design. If you saw the video from last week, you already know like the whole story of like what I'm trying to do and everything, but I have basically been working on some things for my brand and everything before this week came up, but after this week I can finally just focus on that. So this week I have really been trying to prioritize my mental health and trying to do practices that I know will help me to build better habits for myself and have better self-discipline and move along my goals that I have for myself, and not letting fear or other things continue to take me away from my goal or make it any slower than it needs to be. So like I said, today's Wednesday. My first half of the week was sort of chill. I had work, but I was also trying to listen to my body and listen to what I was feeling and like my emotions and such, and doing what feels right. So I've been doing a lot of journaling, a lot of reading, and I sort of was just taking it slow and just chill on Monday and Tuesday. So today I just went to work. Now I'm back. I had like a morning shift, so I'm about to take a walk, and then honestly I woke up today and I wasn't feeling the best, so I'm trying to do some things throughout today that can help me just like raise my vibrations and raise my energy, and just for me to not feel or get to the root, but also just not be stuck in a depressive episode. So I'm about to take a walk, and then when I come back, probably gonna journal and just plan out what I want to do with my goals. So I'll probably walk you guys through how I do my journaling, and just like some practices I've been doing that have been helping me a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna go on this walk, and then we're gonna come back and journal. So I'm back from my walk, and when I came back I had this package. I got this package, and it's actually something that you guys have probably seen. I ended up getting that viral book, the viral shadow work book on TikTok. And as you guys know, like I was telling you guys in my last video, how I'm trying to be more self-disciplined and really be on myself with my self-healing journey, my mental health, and just staying on top of things. And part of that really is doing the shadow work and working through past traumas, childhood traumas, and just like the things that trigger you and understanding yourself. So I got this book, and I'm about to just do a little unboxing really quick, but I'm really excited because I've been doing self-healing and just like on this journey of self-love and self-care since high school, I would say, but like taking it more seriously from college and up to now. And with everything that's been going on, and like with everything that I've been through, I know that I really need to have more sorry, I phrased that wrong. I really need to prioritize this more for myself, because I know that me taking care of myself and focusing on myself will flourish and flood into all the other aspects of my life if I do what I need to do for myself, and part of that is doing the work and unlearning things that I might have as like toxic habits or traits or whatever, or just like bad ways of thinking, and like changing my perspective and everything. So I'm gonna do a little quick unboxing and just show you guys the book. So this is the book. It's called the Shadow Work Journal, and there's a lot of prompts in here that really help with you just getting deeper into why you think a certain way, what's been like, why you're triggered by certain things, and like really getting to the root of things. And I'm just very passionate about wanting to be the best version of myself that I possibly can be. Sorry, I'm looking into the viewfinder. I need to be looking into the camera, but I'm really passionate about doing this for myself because I know it's the only way I can get myself out of the rut and just like negative mindset that continually goes through my head and that I continually struggle with. So I'm going all out with this. And then on top of that, I didn't mention this, well obviously I didn't mention this because I got these books today, like days later from my last video, but I got these 3 journals. And so I think I mentioned it in my video before, but journaling has always been something that's been really helpful for me just to get everything I'm feeling out down on paper, and just with like manifesting and writing down my goals and planning things. I've been a planner since I was young, so just like pen and paper have always been my thing. So I got 3 separate journals for different things. So this journal I got, it says brilliant ideas, and it's yellow just to like exude the happiness and like positive thoughts. So this is gonna be specifically for manifesting, writing out my goals, scripting, just like all the positive things and like what I want for myself and the woman I'm trying to be. Like all of that will be written in this book so that I can just continue to promote that energy out and allow that to like attract to me, and just so I can get a clear focus of like the woman that I want to be and the life that I'm trying to build for myself. And then this journal I'm going to be brain dumping in, so it's really just going to be a lot of chaotic notes and thoughts, positive, negative. Obviously I'm separating it because I don't want that negative energy to be in the same mist of where I'm writing my goals and such, which I think makes sense, so that's why I'm separating it. And then this book was also supposed to be for shadow work and just like writing out when I might get triggered with things and stuff like that. So I'll probably use this for like prompts that I want to just like write out and like work through for myself on top of the book that I just showed you guys. So yeah, that's what this journal will be for. So I'm really excited about really taking this journey more seriously for myself. And yeah, right now I just came back from a walk. I was planning to do some Just Dance just to lift me up a little bit. I know for me, I've always loved dancing, and there was a point in my life where I sort of was like rejected from that, and from that point forward I sort of like was scared to like dance in front of people or just like in general. So like the only time I'm dancing is like by myself at home. So I'm trying to get back into dancing, so I recently have been playing a lot of Just Dance just to like get myself back in the groove of it. And eventually I do want to start taking dance classes again, just because I feel like it would really just help unlock my inner child more, and like I really want to explore that side of me. But for now I'm playing Just Dance. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of that, but before that I'm probably gonna do some journaling, or maybe I'll dance and then I'll do some journaling. And then I was planning to do some work on the pattern so that I can have the dress pattern figured out, so all I have to do is sew it. But we'll see how I'm feeling, just because today's been like a weird day for me emotionally. So I'm gonna see how I'm feeling, but I'm gonna journal, do some dancing, and then we'll see where I'm at. So it's Friday today, and before I start I just want to say I'm sorry for the lighting. My room is painted white, which you guys know, so like I feel like the lighting is always too bright or something, but I'm just gonna keep moving. So it's Friday, and in the last clip I forgot to mention that it was actually my parents' birthday, so I got to celebrate that with them, which was really nice. And today me and my brother went to go get them some cheesecake, just like 2 slices of cheesecake and a card. So I'll like put the little picture of what it looks like here, and they really appreciated that, so I did that today. But just a little update of like where I've been. So yesterday I went to work and I sort of was just busy, but today I was able to wake up at the time that I have been wanting to wake up at, because I've been trying to work on waking up earlier, and I was able to go through my whole morning routine, and honestly it was really good and it felt so great. I felt a lot better being able to just have time for myself in the morning, so I'm gonna continue to push myself to continue to wake up at that time. And it's funny because naturally my body wakes up at 7 a.m. but I still ended up just getting up at 8. But eventually my goal is to be able to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. But for now I'm probably gonna fluctuate between like 7 and 8 o'clock, so until I can get myself up to 6 a.m. But it was really great. I did my full morning routine, and I'll probably do like a day in my life video to show you guys what I like to do. But yeah, I'm really happy, and my mind was just very clear because I did my meditation, I prayed, I did my journaling, and I did some movement. I did everything I needed to do. The only thing I didn't do today was walk. I didn't go on a walk yet, but I did go on like a few errands, so I feel like that sort of counts. So it's been a pretty good day so far, and I have work later, so I have like about 2.5 hours before I have to go, or 3 hours. So I'm gonna do a little work on the pattern that I showed you guys before, so you guys can just like watch me work on this pattern, and then I'll come back and update you guys on what I'm gonna be doing next, which will probably be going to work. So yeah. So I finished my pattern making, and I'm so happy because I finally did the back. So now all I have to do is cut out the pattern pieces and then sew the dress together. But I have like an hour and a half before I have to go to work, so I wanted to do a little like de-stressing before I go to work, just because sometimes I can just get really anxious and overwhelmed and stuff working where I do. So I think I'm gonna do some journaling, and like I talked about before, in this journal I'm basically writing out my goals, manifestations, and just like scripting how I want to live my life and like the lifestyle I want, and just like the woman that I'm trying to become. So I think I'm gonna do some of that and answer some more of the questions that I wrote in here that I wanted to answer about what kind of woman I'm trying to be. And then also I've been reading this book. I've had this for a while, but I'm finally getting through the actual full book. And there's also an audio on this as well, which is really good if you're interested in just like listening to the audio. But I would still recommend reading the book because it's been like really helpful, and it's just really helped me to like see things more clearly, and like things are just clicking and making more sense. But it's called Think and Grow Rich, and it's by Napoleon Hill. As I was saying, sorry I got a little interrupted, but this book is really good. It's really helped me with understanding why it's so important for me to have such strong confidence in myself and belief in myself, but also knowing that being patient and focusing more on my pace and not the speed of how things are going is way more important. So I'm on, what chapter am I on? I'm on chapter 6, and I think there's like 14 chapters. I'm trying to finish this probably in like another week or so, but it's a really good book. I would highly recommend it if you're someone who's like trying to change your mindset into just having like more positive beliefs and more positive thoughts about yourself, or if you're someone who's like an entrepreneur and you struggle with self-discipline or self-doubt or any of that. This is like a really amazing book. So yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this within a week, and I'll probably give you guys an update of the full thing. But so far it's been life-changing, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I'm gonna read some of this. I'm trying to finish the chapter that I'm in right now, and I'm gonna do some journaling. And then after that, I'm probably gonna go to work. So if I'm being honest, this is probably gonna conclude my Friday's vlog, and then I'll probably record more tomorrow. So the next time you guys see me will be Saturday, and I'll probably be sewing because in the morning I really want to work on finishing the prototype for the dress and then going into cutting the black fabric and sewing that fabric. So stay tuned. So today is Monday, and it's the day after I finished wrapping up at my job that I was working at the theater. So I'm really excited because now I'm fully just gonna engross myself in working towards the goals that I was talking about. So this is my first day getting to focus on my brand and focusing on the goals that I have for myself that I'm trying to accomplish. So I don't remember if I mentioned it in the last video, but I'm going to be working on the black dress this week, and I'm actually planning on dropping this dress to sell. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me throughout like my whole process of me just like getting ready for this drop. I'm not gonna tell you guys the date yet because I'm still deciding on if I'm doing it at the sooner date rather than later. But yeah, I'm just gonna bring you guys along with me throughout this week with what I'm working on. And then I also have to go to the city because I need to start fabric swatching for the fabric for my friend's wedding dress and her bachelorette dress, which I did mention a few videos back, but I'm going to talk to you guys more about that once we get to that part of the video. So yeah, right now I'm about to just write out a to-do list. Honestly, I want to get into the habit of me writing out what I need to do the night before, but right now I'm just going to write it out because I need to figure out what I need to do this week. And then from there I'm gonna do some sewing today, and what else, probably like post a couple things on TikTok and YouTube shorts. But yeah, today's gonna be a pretty like chill day, mostly just focusing on the dress and figuring out what else I need to do to get ready before this drop. So I'm really excited, and yeah, let's go start cutting and sewing. So I just finished writing out my to-do list, and I basically just wrote out my weekly goals that I want to do throughout this whole week, and also what I need to do today. So right now I'm about to clean up my sewing space because it's very cluttered from a lot of the projects I was doing the last few months. So I'm just gonna clean that up, and then I'm gonna start working on sewing the initial drape that I showed you guys on. I've been posting on like TikTok and on Instagram just like little short videos, but for the dress that I'm gonna be dropping. So I'm gonna sew that up just to see how it looks on the mannequin and to make sure that the pattern that I cut out will end up working, which I think it'll be fine because it's stretch fabric. And then after that I'm going to cut out my fabric on the black fabric with the pattern pieces that I already made. So let's get to cleaning and then we're gonna start sewing. So I just finished cleaning my sewing table and I just tidied up a little bit, but I'm planning to actually go through some more of like the bags that I have here because most of it is like fabrics and supplies that I've bought throughout like the last 6 months, I would say. So I'm gonna go through some of it and put what I don't need in storage and just clean this out a bit more, but for right now it's tidy to the point where I can start sewing. So I'm going to work on sewing this initial drape just to see how it looks on the mannequin for this dress, and I have faith that it's probably going to be fine. And the way that I did the pattern, I allowed for a bit more room from the initial line that I did have. I added like an extra inch or so just so that I did have a little bit more breathing room, but I just want to see how it's gonna look on the mannequin. So I'm gonna sew this right now. I'm gonna use my serger because when you're working with stretch fabrics, using the serger is like really easy, and it's a lot better having that kind of stitch on a fabric that's more stretchy compared to like a woven fabric or a non-woven fabric. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that, and then after that we'll see where I'm at, and I'm probably going to start cutting out the pieces on the black velvet. So I'm in my basement now, and I finished, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I finished sewing the purple initial drape version of the dress as you guys saw in the clip before this, and there's some adjustments I'm going to do on the pattern. For the initial drape, I did, it was very like rough because I sort of was just trying to get the shape of how I wanted the dress to look, but for the pattern I did like clean out the lines, so I feel like it'll be better. But honestly, it's really trial and error, so I'm gonna have to just do it and like until I get the perfect fit of what I'm looking for. So I'm going to lay out the pattern pieces and cut out the fabric, the black fabric, and sew up the dress and see how it's aligned. And then if it's exactly how I need it to be, then I can finish and like go throughout the whole thing. Honestly, I might just make the whole thing even if like I need to adjust like these seams, but I might just like go through the whole thing just so I can like see and envision it and be like, okay, this is correct. And then from there I'll probably just like adjust the pattern and have to just make sure that these like side seams are exactly how I need them to be. So I'm going to cut out the pattern pieces, and I think I might sew, no, honestly I'll just stitch it tonight, and then tomorrow we'll see where we're at. But I think the next clip you guys will just see me sewing or cutting and then sewing my dress together, and then I'm probably gonna wrap up this video because it is getting quite long, and I'm gonna continue on in next week's video. Okay guys, so I was wrong. So this is the pattern that I made. I basically traced the one that I had from the initial drape from the purple, but I literally just held it up to myself, and it's not gonna work because there's not enough coverage on the sides like I need. So I'm probably not gonna be able to use this, which sucks. Maybe I'll keep it if I ever want to just like use it for another kind of pattern, but I think I'm gonna have to re-drape just so that I can have the perfect fit for this dress. And it's frustrating, but it's okay because honestly you need to go through these trial and errors for you to learn from your mistakes. And I think that's like a really big thing that I'll stress as like being a designer. Like doing your prototypes and making samples is so helpful in the long run, and definitely do not skip over them because you'll thank yourself in the end if you, I was saying, sorry my camera just died, but like I was saying, you definitely will not be mad at yourself for doing samples, just because in the long run, once you finally get to that final fabric and you know that this is actually going to fit, like it'll save just so much time and crying and just wasted time. So like do your samples, make prototypes. It's not a waste of time, and I promise you'll be happy that you did it. So like I said, I'm probably gonna end up re-draping, and I think I'm gonna do that now. So I'm gonna re-drape the dress so that it fits exactly how I need it to, and I'm just gonna be a lot more intentional and careful while I'm draping so that I could possibly use it as like a very clean sample, and then I'll probably remake it again. But yeah, I'm going to do that. Hopefully it'll come out, well no, I'm gonna manifest this. It's going to come out exactly how I need it to because I'm gonna be very because I'm gonna be very careful, and I'm going to take my time. So I'm gonna do that, and then yeah. But if I'm being honest, I feel like I should do that in the next video. So I'm gonna end this video here. I know it's sort of on like a sad note, but stay tuned in the next video where you'll see me draping the dress, and you'll see how that sample looks because it'll look a lot better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to inspire someone, and hopefully you guys are enjoying watching my journey, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Bye!